Okay, today I'm going to read you the book It Wasn't My Fault, and it is written by Helen Lester. She is the author, and this book follows a pattern. So we'll see if we can figure out what that pattern is as we go along. Things did not always go well for Murdley Gertson. Get his kite up in the tree. One day he went for a walk in his one too big new shoe. He had stepped out of the other one, and he couldn't remember where. See, his one shoe's on and one shoe is off. Before long, someone laid an egg on Murdley Gertson's head. He looked at a nearby bird. "Did you lay an egg on my head?" he asked. "I did," confessed the bird, "but it wasn't my fault. A horrible aardvark screamed and scared me." So Murdley Gertson and the bird went to see the aardvark. That's an aardvark right there. "Did you scream and scare the bird into laying an egg on Murdley Gertson's head?" they asked. "I did," confessed the aardvark, "but it wasn't my fault. A nasty pygmy hippo stepped on my tail and a scream just popped out." Together they went to find the pygmy hippo. "Did you step on the aardvark's tail, making him scream and scare the bird into laying an egg on Murdley Gertson's head?" they asked. "I did," confessed the pygmy hippo, "but it wasn't my fault. I did it by accident when I was getting out of the way of a hopping shoe with long ears." Where do you think that shoe came from? "A what?" they all asked. Just then, along came a hopping shoe with long ears. You think that's Murdley's other shoe? With a pull and a tug, they soon found that the ears were attached to a rabbit. "It wasn't my fault," the rabbit explained. "I was hopping along when I landed in that shoe and became stuck." The shoe looked very much like the new too big shoe Murdley Gertson had stepped out of some time ago. In fact, it was. Murdley thought, "The rabbit became stuck in my shoe and frightened the pygmy hippo, who stepped on the aardvark's tail. The aardvark screamed and scared the bird into laying an egg on my head." See the pattern of events? He got in a shoe, he stepped on the pygmy hippo, the pygmy hippo stepped on the tail of the aardvark, laid an egg. "Then I suppose it was my fault," Murdley Gertson said very sadly. 2 tears splashed on his new too big shoes. "There, there," said the pygmy hippo, the rabbit, and the bird, and the aardvark. "It was my fault," said the bird. "It was my fault," said the aardvark. "It was my fault," said the pygmy hippo. "I think it was the shoe," said the rabbit. "Let's go back to your house and do something about that egg. I wonder what they'll do with that egg on his head." They all went into the kitchen. The aardvark turned Murdley Gertson upside down, and the egg plopped into a pan. The rabbit ground the pepper. The pygmy hippo added a pinch of salt. The bird ran around and around in the pan, doing a very fine job of scrambling. So they solved that problem. Murdley Gertson enjoyed every bite of his scrambled egg. Murdley thanked his friends, and he went to the door to let them out, and it wasn't his fault. He went to the closet instead of the door. Guys, when you have a problem, there's a way you can usually work it out. You have to take it step by step.